I'm good. I'm good. So just to give me 1 to 2 minutes. Okay. So it is just yeah. Okay. So this is biology. Okay. So it is module four. I think we discussed in the last class to discuss about module four. Okay. So this is ecosystem dynamics. Dynamics means not in a simple way. So multi-optional way, it is generally we think about the dynamics. But what is ecosystem? This is actually it is I can say biogeography. We have to go in this module. Okay. So what is a ecosystem is maintaining in the society. Okay. So is it clear? My audio and video. Okay. So my camera is off, should be off here. Oh, it must be off now. Okay, so I'm not sharing any screen. Oh, just to give me 1 second. It's a fine, it must be recorded. Okay. So it is the biodiversity. So we have to go with biodiversity, how the ecosystem is managing in the earth, in the surrounding, in the environmental. Okay. So this is it is not a cell system or in-depth botany. It is it is biology. Okay. So here we can see we'll go a little bit what are the outcomes has to be learned in this chapter. At the end of the module, you should learn, develop, and evaluate the questions, hypothesis of scientific investigation, design and evaluate the investigation in order to obtain primary and secondary data of the information, conduct, so and so, so and so. We can learn all these things. Okay. So it is generally algae, and each and everything. Mostly we will learn geography rather than the biography. Okay. So see how the species are living together, those kind of things. What effect can one species have on the other species in a community? So it is a basic kind of things to learn here. If we go to the next, so this is the main thing, the relationship between biotic and abiotic factors in an ecosystem. Okay. So it is biological inquiry, so how the required information is need to think about this. So it is a basic only, so I'm just skipping. So what is meant by communities? Communities are a group of people, a group of animals, a group of organisms. Okay. It is called community. So there is a large community, small community, large scale, and all these will happen in the system. So everything. So this is most important basic definition we need. Communities are made up of different organisms grouped together at a given time and a place. On a larger scale, these communities interact with other communities and their physical surroundings and are classified ecosystem. Okay. For example, a park. Okay, a park is there. Okay. A limited area of forest range is also there. Okay. So there must be ecosystem should be developed. Okay. So in the forest we can see the different animals. So there is an ecosystem between those two animals. If there is no ecosystem, only one kind of organisms will live and the rest all will be vanish from the ecosystem. At that time it is not an ecosystem. Actually the main thing is the how the understanding between predators and prey, that is it. Okay. So that is the main important for the ecosystem. Otherwise the earth will end. So that should not happen. So hundreds of thousands of years the ecosystem with humans and animals is established, means there is some certain things are there. So normally we eat food. Okay. We eat food. if we eat food in place of if we eat other animals, totally, so there should be imbalance, social imbalance will form. So that kind of thing will not happen. So such a system is called ecosystem. So we have to maintain the ecosystem. For example, there are limited resources, unlimited users are there. So at the time it will not happen. So I can compare one example. There is one province. Okay, one province out of 30 provinces. Think, consider one province. For example, Maharashtra. It is one of the developed province in India. So mostly from other two provinces, they spread all over India. Okay, in order for the looking for the job or any other for the betterment of life. So one political person objected this migration to this province. How he objected, So daily, 1,000 trains will travel from other places to this Maharashtra. Okay. And for example, the Maharashtra population, let's consider it is 12, it is 15 crore. Let it be 15 crore its population. And daily the commutation of these 100 trains, and each train will have around 1,000 people. Okay, so daily 1 million people are migrating and traveling and commuting from other places to this province. Okay, the politician objection is, so the infrastructure is not suitable for this kind of migration. The infrastructure could be suitable for 1 lakh. If it is 10 lakh, it's 1 million people are commuting. So automatically infrastructure, the social structure, the social crime rate, everything will be collapsed. So imbalance management will not work. Okay. So you can see this section explores the interaction between biotic abiotic factors in an ecosystem, including the way in which organisms interact with their environmental, physical barrier, migration across the landscapes, and use of abiotic resources, and the way in which organisms interact with another. So, for example, predator competition and symbiotic relationship. The everything, the social imbalance, the environmental imbalance, the physical imbalance, the everything. So that imbalance will not work together. So we will understand about how those imbalances are making. We can see number of examples. Okay, we can see number of examples in this way. Okay, so now, so I think I just we discussed about biotic and abiotic factors. What is meant by biotic and abiotic? So it is living factors, and these are non-living factors, just like stone, other things, non-living. Okay, non-living. For example, I can for the non-living, I got one observation. So there is polythene usage in the society. If we use more polythene usage, that is also problem. Okay, so economically, ecologically, it has to be recycle. So that's why plastic and polythene must be recycled in order to one-way dominance of the usage. Okay, so the abiotic factors shape the ecosystem. See, biotic it is okay, its degradation is possible, but abiotic its degradation is not possible. That's a big problem. Okay, so organisms affect and are affected by their physical surroundings. For example, earthworms live in soil where they bury and consume dead plant materials. So this helps the recycle of nutrients and aerate the soil. Like all animals and plants, earthworms take in oxygen, water, nutrients, and give the out carbon dioxide. And other ways, the plants take the carbon dioxide and the produce of oxygen during the photosynthesis. With this first photosynthesis, organisms that evolved billions of years ago, Earth atmosphere would have lacked oxygen and abiotic would be very difficult today, different today. Okay, so this was a system. It was already made billions of years ago. That first photosynthesis happen, they consume the carbon dioxide, they release the oxygen. Then after that, this carbon dioxide oxygen balance is maintained. So that's why this kind of earth is possible. So if they don't take the carbon dioxide, if they don't, the first photosynthesis not happens, there is no earth like this. Okay. So the interdependency or a strong connection between abiotic and abiotic factors, the key to ecosystem functioning. Abiotic factors determine so and so distribution can't live. Their distribution in if an organism reproduce, thrives, and dies, biologist can use so and so. Okay, so it is the same thing. So it must be recycle. I have seen one recycle word also. Okay, so it is carbon dioxide. There's a recycle of nutrients. Recycle of nutrients. So see, earthworms will live in soil, okay, and they bury and consume the dead plant animals. So that is ecosystem. Ecosystem is going. The recycle is most important. Okay. So next, so now the changing earth. This is also a biodiversity. It is a biogeography, I can say. Do you know how earth looks like? It is an ellipse. It's a ball. But do you know what actually Earth looks like? It is just like this. This is actual Earth. Do you know? It is actual Earth. So there is a water and surrounding and valleys and heights and mountains. They change the system. Okay, actual Earth, actual Earth shape. So if you see, this is the actual Earth shape. It is. Can you see this? What is actual Earth look like? So this is actual Earth. It is not the Earth. Of course, from the long distance you can see like this, but internally, if you observe, in the water also there is deep valley situations are there, steep one we can say cusp and concave kind of things in the sphere in the surface of the Earth. Okay, so you can. It is not very simple, and do you know, it is not even solid. It is proper a liquid. It is, we can see, it is a liquid. It is a collection of, it is not, I can say it is liquid. I can say it is not single solid piece. Because have you seen recently in Burma, Myanmar? So there was a big earthquake was there. It's 8.1. So Earth is a group of solids, and those groups are tectonic plates, and the study of these tectonic plates is called seismology. Okay, if the tectonic plate moves, then everything moves, and earth is not sitting and keep calm. Earthing is rotating itself and also rotating with sun, and also some another planet moon is also rotating about the earth. There are three kind of motions are there to the which impact the movement of earth. One is Earth rotating itself. Do you know Earth rotates itself? The automatically there must be some force will come because it rotate and rotate and rotate. So on the surface of the Earth, it will not keep calm. It will move. And most important, do you know how this Earth form? Okay, uh, India, Indian formation. Okay, billions years ago, billion years ago. You can see India is not located here. It is it is migrated from another place, and it is pushing, and it is pushing upward. She puts a plate of tectonic. You can see here how the India, how this earth is formed. Okay, how this motion. So you should learn. Okay. Yeah. So this is actual Earth, but this India is not from this place. Okay, it is migrated from another place. So it is actually from here. So you can see South Africa, North America, and South America, Africa, and India, Australia, Antarctica. It's a collectively one place is there, while it is a formation of the earth. Then after that, moving, the earth is moving, the sun, there is, see, sun is a very big mass. So in space, the masses between two, the attraction between masses is there. Higher mass amount object always attract the lower mass amount. Okay. And even moon is also rotating around the sun. So that's why we will get the tides in the sea. So that is, it depends on the moon only. Okay, it attracts the water. Water is a very solid, very easily moves. So it attracts. So these kind of things here are happening around the earth since billions of years ago. Okay. So now you can see, have a look. Just it is a motion. So now it is moving. It's a billions of years ago. The era of Jurassic it is. Okay. So it breaks, it moves. And do you know this is Madagascar? It is South Africa. So it is Indian subcontinent. Okay, so that's why India is called mostly Indian subcontinent. It is. I'm just moving a little bit forward. It is billions of years are going passing. Okay, and it is moving millions and billions of years. Moving. It's been separated. Now the Madagascar is separating from the southwest of the Indian subcontinent. Moving. Can you see this? Can you see this? This is a small island is there. It is also moving. Okay. It's broken. It's broken. It's broken. Now Madagascar will be stay here. And due to the going, so Indian every from even from Afghanistan to Burma, the total Himalayan range, it always pushes upward. Okay, going 60 billion years ago, it's okay, going, and it kicks very dangerously. Okay, and that is moving. It pushes, and do you know? See, while going in a fast way, we'll drop some objects. Do you know? So these are the back end. It is not only moving. It is additionally it's leaving some its tail. Okay, this is its tail. Okay, that's why in Indian subcontinent we have seen Maldives. These are the Maldives. They are the Lakshadweeps, and there is a middle Indian range there. Vindhya mountain range is there, and that's entire everything. Okay, so even Southwest Ghat, Western Ghats in India, the Kerala is total mountain range, and after that Kerala, so there is a mountain range in Maharashtra and mountain range in Madhya Pradesh and mountain range in Rajasthan. So everything is automatically pushes. Okay, if I push only top end will not impact. The automatically the tail end also will impact. Okay, it goes, and this Tibet become first floor of the world Earth. It's pushing up. So entire Tibet is lifted up. Okay, so the Tibet is called the first floor of the Earth. Okay, so there is no flight range. Flight will travel through around the Earth and all around the Tibet. So Tibet it's a no fly zone of the Tibet because there is no oxygen and all because it's a higher than it's a peaks goes to 8,000, 30,000, 40,000 feet of height. Okay, so due to this, see we got all tail, we got a big tail here. So due to this, so this mountain range is formed. There's a Tibetan range, it's a Himalayan range, and it went up. So entire from Afghanistan to Burma. Okay, so it is tectonical plates. There are different types of tectonical plates we can see, and also I can say tectonical plates of Earth. So you can say tectonical plates of Earth. So this is a tectonical plate. Earth is bifurcated. Okay, so these are all different tectonic plates. Okay, American Museum of okay. So this is, you can see. Can you see? So why this is happening? So Indian subcontinent, so this green line is moving now. This yellow line, you can say it's a Eurasian plate. So this is Indian plate is moving and kicking the Eurasian plate, and this becomes entire the mountain range up to here. And there is this in the middle. It is Burma. It impacts. It impacts. Okay, and entire North India. I felt number of month around every 3 to 4 months. I will feel a Jetka of earthquake. It is about 3 to 4 or 3 to 4 between. So every 3 to 4 months we experience the earthquake. And just 1 month back also I felt the earthquake. So it is pushing. It is pumping. Okay, and you can see one more thing. I want to show the video. Okay, so this is a tectonical distribution, and next I want to go previous. There is a how this is moving of earth. There is a one best video is there. Okay, so this is a little bit sociology, just like you can feel it is. It's a biodiversity. Okay, oh, it's not coming. Yeah, this one it could be some better experience of this. I think it is also same thing. Okay, so it is a moment. Uh, Indian plate hitting Tibet. So there is even Africa is also splitting two parts. Okay, because of this kind of behavior. So there is some weird scene. Yeah, you can see this tectonic plates. Indian tectonic plate is breaking into two. It's happening beneath the Tibet. Even okay. So this kind of hitting is there. So that's why. So it becomes a Eurasian plateau. There is a middle. So every peak, the peaks also increasing growth is there. So that kind of in this is the way. Okay, I will come back to our plan, our biology. Okay, so now the Earth change, and there even inside the Earth. Even do you know in the Russia, so there is one province is there. There is a Siberian province is there. So there, so the buildings will go to down every year because that is not land. That is the solid soil is floating in the water, but the top is totally solid from the since thousands of years. So that's why there is the um, it is a hibernated soil, I can say. Okay, so it is floating entire. There are number of cities floating, but it will not move. But because solid is such a solid that even go to 3 to 4 after 5 6 kilometers of the earth, it might be liquid. So its movement is very less. Okay, the condition of earth how it is you can see even by rotation of earth also we will see the number of seasons, and there are number of things out there, and there are some species is it's not existent now. There are number of species are there. It's wind up from the earth. Okay, see I can see we have to read up the early earth which formed 4.6 billion years ago was volcanically very active, and the atmosphere is very different from today. The climate, long term weather conditions changed over time, and there have been multiple ice ages and hot, dry periods. Uh, the ice age and glacial episodes affected Earth's climate and changing sea level, affecting air and water circulation, leading to species migration. Some species migrated, shift in very vegetarian zones, and special extinction. So they are the historical changes of the Earth. Okay, even shape. Everything has influenced the shape of the today's ecosystem of the Earth. Okay, see the movement of large tectonical plates that make up Earth crust has also shaped environmental conditions. Okay, if the earth if the tectonical plates are not settled down, then automatically environmental and ecology, everything will changes. Okay, as the position of land masses and oceans has changed throughout the Earth's history. So to have ocean circulation patterns, it's totally different. It's totally different. Mid-ocean ridges and underwater mountain ranges. Even underwater mountains are also there. The underwater mountains are also in the water. See, we the human is not disclosed the Earth even totally. We just disclosed a limited version of Earth. We can't go in depth of the Earth, uh, in depth of the sea. Do you know? In few years back, the Pakistani group of people went to visit Atlantic, no, it's a Titanic Ocean, Titanic ship. So while going inside to the water, na, the atmosphere, the water pressure will be increased. So at that time, nothing will exist in that increase. Even submarine also will not travel throughout the sea. If they have its own limitation, and they can't go too much depth of the sea. So it's a unknown mysteries are there. Even for the America also, there are a number of mysteries are there. There's the Bermuda Triangle is there. No one fly over that region because there are the geographically different ecosystem is there. Okay, so this is a system. See, the movement of tectonic plates continues to shape modern ecosystem. For example, tectonic activity near Japan. Japan is always hitting by the earthquakes, lead to eruption of new volcano and emergence of new land mass known as Nishinoshima. Okay, Nishinoshima in 2013. So it's a new volcano. It is emerged. It's a new land. Okay, so it is exist. It is excavated from the new land. It's come out from the from the sea. It creates a new ecosystem as a result of plate of tectonic plates movement. Okay, so there is a lot of oceanography there, seismology is there. We have to go to understand, and that is a system. Okay. So it is a cave ecosystem. Okay, there is a biolife. There is a cave ecosystem. An ecosystem strongly shaped in abiotic factors. Okay, is the Son Doom Cave in Vietnam, discovered 1961, only explored in 2009. The cave is largest known in the world, measuring the whopping 200 meters high. And there is a cave system is also there. See, solids, liquid, outer world we can understand. There is the inner world is also there. Okay, in the inner world there is no sunlight. Even sunlight will not pass a long distance even in the inside the sea also. So their ecosystem is different. Okay, and even the forest ecosystem is different. Cave ecosystem is different. Ecosystem means the living conditions are totally different. Okay, so that is insects. Okay, amphibians, insects, monkeys, they lived in different environment. Okay, so crater of lost, it is one example how the earth is impacted. So they are the climate zones. Can you see? So due to all these regular changes of the earth, as of today, so we have these climate zones. Tomorrow it could be changed. Past it was different. Okay, as of now we have several climate zones. There is a polar zone, there is a temperature zone. Do you know the equator? The area of the equator is most hottest place of the Earth, and the polar system, the areas of the polar poles are very coldest because Earth is not straight to the sun. Earth is tilted at 23 degrees, 22.5 or 23 degrees, 23.5. It is tilted and it is rotating around the Earth. So there it will, the place that tilted, it is poles, North Pole and South Pole. And in this North Pole and South Pole, the day is not simple. It is 60 days and 60, that is 6 months is daytime, 6 months is nighttime in the poles. And even if you see Netherlands and Norway, so they see only no night. They see only 1 day night or 2 day night. And in some days they will have there is no day, only 1 day or 1 hour or 2 hours of the day. So 24 hours of day, and it will not distribute same 12 hours. And even in the, if you see the Canadian provinces, in the north provinces, their day system and night system is totally different. Okay, so now we can see different climate zones, we can see different polar zones, we can see different temperature zones, we can see different tropical zones. Okay, so depend on these, the diversity changes. Okay, so if the temperature is minus 50 degrees, what kind of biosystem will exist? What kind of ecosystem will exist? It's not possible. Minus 50 degrees. Okay, do you know in South India, in India itself, in the North India right now, I'm in Delhi. So morning it was cold. Okay, and by while day is moving in the afternoon, it's going a little bit hot. But in South, in my Telangana and Hyderabad, which is South Central India, it's totally hot day. And even if you go to the Chennai, it's too much hot. And due to this hot, even the skin color is also defined this with this climate. The most of North Indians are white in color, or light brown. The South Indians are a little bit dark brown, and their black and brown people will be see. Okay, and even the with this kind of environmental changes, their food culture is also different. Okay, I take only rice. I will not take roti and all. Okay, on bread and all. Okay, and moreover the North Indian people will take the bread, that is stuffed bread and all. Okay, so so this kind of things will be happening. Just give me 1 second. Huh. So and the food culture is different. I eat idli dosa. It's a very great food. And the North Indian nowadays I am taking samosa. Okay, samosa and that is what is paratha. So this kind of variations were existed in the system. And the temperature gives total differences. The climate change, everything change. The conserving of food is different. Okay, so the everything, this the same thing is defined. The climate change, there's the solar radiation and all this, I can't read each and everything, but the most observation is climate change. And even I feel we experience around 3 months of rainy season. Monsoon is there. There's a monsoon season in the South India. So the waves come from the um, southwest, Kerala to Bay of it's Bangla. Kerala to, the waves comes from the Kerala to, this is India. I'm taking, this is India. So these waves will go like this. Okay, it is a monsoon wave. Okay, so it is a rainy season, it's a monsoon season. But due to these heights and this hill station, so 80% of monsoon rains in Kerala only. Then leaving 2020, then it's going. And in South India, it's a 12 months. It is a climate is suitable for the agriculture. Okay? But if you see in China or in America, so they can't do the agriculture 12 months. Okay, in the negative temperature there is no photosynthesis. How, if it is not photosynthesis, how the food cells will be collected? Food will be stored in the. Uh, wait a second. Wait a second. I got a message from the student. Okay. What I'm saying, there are the waves, and even do you know I'm in Delhi. Okay, so there is another wave system is also there. There is a every month in the month of April or in the month of February, one dust trajectory will come, which is come from Dubai. Okay, so those kind of things will be happen. Okay, so there is waves will rotate throughout the earth along with the movement of earth motion. So those kind of things, climate change will impact it by a lot of things. Okay, so its ecosystem at latitudes close to the equator are exposed more sunlight than ecosystem towards the north and south poles. Okay, solar radiation is also determines the seasons, and the other factors such as rainfall, which influence the characteristic of the climates. There are three main climate zones: tropical, temperature, polar. We have a beautiful picture. Okay, a fourth zone is subtropical, and sometimes used to describe the region between the tropical and temperature zones. Okay, so there's a polar zone. It's the coldest region. It's a temperature zone. It's a moderate temperature. In tropical zone, it's the warmest and wettest or hottest regions and are the okay. So it's a tropical temperature zones are different. So the high rainfall and high temperatures in the tropic support ecosystem, and with the high biodiversity. I think this tropical system, most solar radiation because of relates so close to equator. Okay, we will see the next image. Okay, so this is a region. So Earth is defined like this. It is a tropical zone. It is tropical zone. It is temperature zone. This is temperature zone. It's a polar zone. It's a south polar and north polar zone. So these are two hottest. Equator it is hottest. So while whenever you move here, it is the coldest, the North India, and this entire thing it's negative temperature. So and it is a little bit here. It is even if you see China, 95% of population lives in this area only. Only 3 to 4% will people here. 4 to 5% in this is the Tibet range, okay, and this is the West China range, and this is the Mongolian. So only one town or two towns collects the 90% of population living there. The rest is useless. The rest is the extreme climate situations is not suitable for the ecosystem. Okay, and see in Texas, I see in sometimes in the winter in the winter of the Texas, it's minus 50 degrees to minus 70 degrees. Okay, so in generally the ecosystem was established, but with this extreme climate situation, what happened, the pipe system, the water pipe system inside the in domestic areas was freezed up, and after freezing there is no metal is also can't control by the ice. It broken each and everything. There's a lot of damage at homes in a very negative temperatures. Okay, so these kind of extreme climates are possible, and that is about this case. Okay, and the students are giving number of messages. Okay, so climate plays an important role in ecosystem. Okay, so that is each and everything. This image shows the defines the ecosystem. This image, not this image. This is one of the factor. There is tectonic distribution is also there. We have seen, and it is moving, so it could change each and everything. Okay, and the Earth moves like this from the east to west. Earth moves in one direction only. So everything will push up only. Can you see? Everything push up. I'm drawing here. Everything push up. This is the direction of the rotation of the Earth. Okay. If it changes its motion, then everything collapse. Okay. Earth is at here. It should be stay here only. It is rotating like around the sun. It should be rotate like at because of the same. If we think same has to be same day will come. Same regular days has to be happen. And the periodicity it depends upon the rotation of the Earth. And so with impact of all these things we need we have to understand the changing climate change is there. There is a, every ecosystem has threshold. Do you know threshold? It is certain point. It is certain point. Below to that point, the ecosystem will exist. Beyond that point, there is no ecosystem will damage. Ecosystem will damage. A point past which the ecosystem changes irreversibly. Human induced climate change in one significant contribution of ecosystem passing this threshold. Climate change affects all aspects of the ecosystem functioning from the life cycle events such as flowers blossoming to change in species distributions and food webs. Okay, and even there is a lot of diversity even in the biology. If you say biotic, in the biotic, if you say just if you take this plant system, so there is a lot of diversity. Okay, even food synthesis stores the food in different areas. The plants make the food using the food synthesis in the photosynthesis, and they collect, they stores the food. Na? So the sugar cane stores the food in their stem, and the beetroots and carrot they store their food in the in the in the roots. Okay, and there are some leaf vegetables are there. Okay, flower vegetables are also there. So I'm taking, this is my pickle. So it is gongura pickle. Okay, so it is a pickle of leaves. Okay, and there is mango. It is a pickle of mangoes. Okay, so the food storage by the plants even different. Such a huge diversity is there. So these kind of observations we have to understand. Okay, so we will see the next one. Are you understanding my explanation? Okay, and there is, this is the biogeography. I said this is Madagascar. Okay, this is Madagascar. This is Madagascar, and island is southeast of the African continent. Okay, so in this Madagascar, so this kind of ecosystem is there. So this is a tree. Okay, do you know age of this tree? It's a more than thousands years. Their ages is thousands years. Okay, because no one removed that plant. Okay, okay, it's growing and thousand years, and it's growing. Okay, you can see the explanation. Madagascar has unique species-rich ecosystems such as tropical rainforest, even Amazon. Do you know South American forest range? It's a big range, big forest range. It is Amazon. Okay, so that Amazon, so there is a very big forest is there. Okay, so there is a very big forest is there in the America, South America particularly. Okay, South America particularly. So where, okay, just give me a second. I think I made some. Huh. In South America, it's a huge. It's different. It's different. I want to explain. That Amazon forest range. It's a deep forest. Okay. India also have the forest range. America also have the forest range. Even Australia also, Canada also. But African forest range is totally different. Okay, their ecosystem is totally different. So Madagascar has many unique species rich ecosystems such as tropical rainforest, baobab tree fields. This is baobab tree field. These ecosystems are home to many species that are found nowhere else in the world, including the critically endangered black and white ruffed lemur and the comet moth, also known as Madagascar moon moth. Okay, one of the world's largest silk moths. Silk moth. Okay, so it is this is a different kind of species. Okay, and even giraffe is not existed in other places. Okay, and there are number of species which is existed in some certain kind of location only. Okay, and high biodiversity is closely linked to latitude climate. So the abundance of species per unit area, species richness increase from the from the poles to equator. From the poles to equator while moving, so the species richness is increases because there are the extreme climates. The normal climate, even equator is also the temperature is 40 degrees or 50 degrees is okay, but more than 50 it is not possible. Okay, but in the goes in the negatives it is different. Okay, the species their population will be increased in the density of the communities will be increased while coming from the polar poles to equator. Okay, which is highest biodiversity of the tropics near the equator. Over 50% of species on earth lives in the tropics. Okay. Abiotic factors in tropical regions strongly contribute to high species diversity, including the more stable climate, warm temperature, high levels of rainfall, and the higher level of primary productivity, plant growth, which supports more consumes animals, fungi, and bacteria. See, wherever sun is there, there is a photosynthesis, there is some changes, everything will be happening. So that is the main thing. Sunlight, it charges each and everything. Okay, so these are biology in action. So they are special ecosystem. Okay, so he is just giving a northern hairy nose wombat in endangered species of the Briglow belt. Okay, so it is a forest range, and there is foxes prey on many endangered species in the Briglow, so and so. Okay, biotic factors, space ecosystem, interaction between species. There is the interaction between species is also there. Even in the forest, there is lions is there, there's cats are there, there's a normal, I can say, uh, vegetarian animals are there. Okay, so there are non-vegetarian animals are also there. Okay, so everything is made a biodiversity and ecosystem interaction between species. Okay, interactions between species are called interspecific interaction, and interaction within species are called intraspecies specific interaction. So it is between two different communities. Okay, this is interaction. It's the inter, and within community is also there. Within community also there is change. Okay, so there are two types of what is inter, one is another is intra. Some interactions involve organism acting on opposition to one, and that's a competition and predation. Predation means one is competition within, predation means between. Okay, and some interaction involves organism working together, symbiosis. Interactions between the species can also be classified feeding and non-feeding interactions. Okay, there are several things. There are several things to understand how the ecology. Okay, so it is competition. Okay, so the presence of other organisms may limit distribution of some species through interspecific competition. Interspecific competitions is a struggle between the organism, different species from the same supply of food. Okay, water space, nest site, or any other environmental resources, that is limited supply. This is limited supply. Okay, see, humans all need food. For example, we need only rice, so the rice is also competitive. Okay, for animals, there are carnivores, we can say, herbivores and carnivores. Herbivores are the vegetarians. Carnivores are the non-vegetarians. They eat other animals. Herbivores, they takes the food from the plants and all. Okay, because the similar resources. See, herbivores, there is a competition between the herbivores. Okay, green plants mainly compete with the other green plants, herbivores, with other herbivores, and carnivores with other carnivores. Okay, animals. For example, there is a lion is there, the tiger is there. Both eats the other animal. There is a competition between lion and tiger is also there. Na? Okay, so the competition between non-vegetarians, the competition between the vegetarians because of the limited resources. Okay, and the ecosystem is also should be maintained. Both are non-vegetarians, but in the ecosystem The animal should be available for the predators. The prey count is there. Predator. There's a good mathematical model. Predator prey model is there. So when predators are increasing, prey will be decreased. So once predators increase, so there is no food for them. So they die themselves without food, and their count will be reduced. Then prey's population will be increased. Okay, so this kind of phenomena. It is circular. It is cycle. It is cycle. It changes and it comes just like an year, summer, winter, and then next summer, winter. It's a cycle. Okay, it is periodicity is there, so every time it will be repeat. Okay, and there is similar thing. See here, it is days. I got some message. Yeah. Okay, volume of population. This is days. So this is limited. Can you see the graph? It is not crossing this. It is not crossing this 80. Okay, it is one kind of. It is one kind of growth. Okay, and it is saturated. And here the definition could be defined. This is ecosystem. Okay. And this is another kind of population is there. It crossed and it is stable here. Okay. It stable here. And there is another kind of population. It is increasing, simply increasing. There is no limitation. It is not parallel. It is increasing. And other population mixed culture. It is decreasing and all. There are several. Okay. I'm not going in depth of these graphs. We can, but it takes a lot of time. Okay, understanding these things. Okay, so now it is a predation, the predator prey. Okay, predator occur when one animal species kills, that is predator, and feed on another animal, that is prey. So predators are carnivores. Okay, that's non-vegetarian animals. Some predators hunt for their prey for their prey, and other catch their prey in traps. See, lions will hunt, but this what is this? We call it a spider. It traps the other food. There are two types. We kill others. Second type, other will come to our trap. Okay, this is also prey, predator. This is also predator. Okay, but their rate of killing prey is different. Okay, here it is the when prey come to in their trap, it will attack, but this predator is going and attacking the prey, so that kind of difference is also there. Okay, so predators are carnivores. Some predators hunt their food, hunt for their prey, and the other catch their prey in traps. In both cases, the predator benefits by eating and killing the prey, which is obviously harmed. The role of predation in ecosystem will be further discussed. Okay, we'll see. Okay. Feeding interdependence on in the next chapters. So here there are two types of predators are there. Okay, and here there is no worry about prey population, but here we have to think about the prey population. Okay, so next even this is a fishing. It is a fishing. Okay, thousands of millions of fishing will do, and in the same way, the ocean has number of it's a good infrastructure, so their population is growing in the same way. Okay, so that is ecosystem, but the due to human negligence, entire ecosystem is damaging. Okay, due to human negligence, we use plastic and carelessly we throw on the road, and even in our domestic areas, the what is that I can say in residential areas also it is impacted. See, the commercial areas or um, non-residential areas, we can see there are factories they develop they release carbon dioxide and all. But even in the domestic areas also, we do lot of damage to the climate. Okay, throwing a wrapper on the road is also problem. Throwing even chewing gum on the road is also problem. Okay. See, birds they don't know how this chewing gum will work. They will eat, they will struggle. And I have seen one emotional video is there. The birds are taking the plastic as a food and unable to digest, and they are dying. There are a number of videos are there. Okay, so that kind of importance is most important. Okay, observation. Okay, so now the symbiosis. Okay, so right now it is 12:05. Okay, so I want to take a 10 minutes break. Okay, I'll be back at 12:15. Okay, just 1 second. So thank you. I'll be back in 15.